morning and good afternoon and good evening and happy Wednesday, although today is Saturday. A lovely, fine, rather cold Saturday it is. Lots of amazing things are about to happen. I have some samosas in the boot, I have a nearly flat tyre and a whole yard full of cars to play with. So if by now you're watching Boaty from a couple of weeks back, that's because I didn't get around to making the video, because I have no fewer than 3 guests here today. Actually that's 4 now. Tom Turbo's on his way. Tom Turbo, a man with a Rover 75 who wants to sell, somebody who wants to buy a wing, and let's start with something rather important. You see, this morning I come out to the Golfy and the rear tyre is quite squashy. But also, the other car at home, which is Nigel, has got a flat front tyre as well. And we know where these flats come from. But anyway, I'm stuck, waiting. You know, that waiting. Does anybody else do this where you're expecting someone to arrive and you can't really quite get on and do anything? I do it all the time. It's just distracting. It's just, I don't really want to commit to doing anything until I have something that I have to do. Gosh, this is awful. Yeah, I mean really awful. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Best go and do a small job. I do a small job. One of the lights is out on the back of the Volkswagen. I may as well deal with that. Otherwise it'll come to later on this evening and I'll have forgotten about it, and then I'll be too scared to go out at night.
Every day at work I find something to make a video about. The only thing is, when lots of people turn up, it can be rather difficult. You feel rude making videos whilst in other people's company. And today was not just 1 or 2, it was 4 separate individuals that turned up and 2 phone calls as well. And that's why the best I can do here is just take a couple of shots of things going on and just talk over it afterwards. Such as Steve playing with the ZS, or Turbo Tom playing with the turbo engine, which incidentally isn't too far off going into the car. Making videos on YouTube, it is on one hand rather exciting, it's rewarding, but it's also scary, because you get used to people wanting to see them, you get used to the attention, you get used to the potential of earnings from your own creative ideas, and that's why any moments where there's no video going out, small YouTube channels like mine become rather scared of being dropped by the algorithm, dropped like a stone onto a puppy's head. Yeah. And this is where you find me, back at home, mustard in the kitchen. But I'm not here to make a video on cooking, no. In fact, as unpackaging videos seem to do quite well, I mean, not in my experience particularly, I thought it'd be a good idea to do one with my Temu package. There we go. Now, what have we got inside here? Well, I've already opened it, and then I thought perhaps I should show you what's inside it. So, well, the first thing is going to come in very handy, so much so that I might actually just use it for the rest of this video, and that is a new wireless microphone. Oh, look at that, in a box and all that. Much better. Rip it open. Rip it open. Rip it open, rip it open, rip it open. Open up the box and have a look inside. Here we go. So we have a little pod thing, which will be the charging point, and then a microphone, and oh, hang on. No, that's the receiver. We have the receiver there, and then we have a microphone. That's the bit that will need charging. But you never know, it might actually already be slightly charged up. And then a charging cable as well. Gosh, it's rather small. It's very small. It's very small indeed. Ah, yes, so what we do is we plug in case you haven't seen one of these before yourself, I would use that. There's no point because I have a longer cable there, and that will just plug in like that. There we go. See? Fantastic. Fantastic indeed. Oh, right. Hang on a second. That might be suggesting that this is already fully charged, or thereabouts. Let's try it out with this. Ah, right. There's a green light on that now. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do. Press it until the green light comes on, and then it works. So let's find out. Yes, it does. How long does it work for, though? I don't know. And in the meantime, the other one can just be charged up inside there. So it's ready for when this one goes flat. Either this one goes flat or for when, on one of those occasions that may happen at some point where I'm doing a video with another person. That would be possibly a good thing. Or possibly not, I don't know. So, unlike most unboxing videos that you may see, I don't really want to be waffling on particularly. I'd rather just move straight on to the next thing. And that is... oh, this. Aha, yes. Oh. Boaty thinks I've got myself a gimbal because he's got one. He thinks that everything he does I copy off of him, which, it's not true. Can't be, can it? So, this was about £25 as far as I remember. So I don't know how good it's going to be. Well, there's another tiny charging cable in there because this does also indeed need to be charged. But look at that, it looks more like a... I don't know what it looks like actually. It's got instructions, which you never know, I might actually need those. And it's got a tripod, which presumably... there we go. Yes. It's not too bad. I was going to say it's not a very stable tripod. But then again, it's not a particularly heavy thing either. So how does this work? How does this work? I don't know how it works. Gosh, am I going to have to read the instructions or something? Is it a magnetic one? No. If I read the instructions are in Chinese. So in order to use this gimbal, I've first got to learn Chinese. That might take a while. I reckon I'd probably be quicker just figuring it out. Hang on. No, there might be some in English there as well. So, put the old gammon glasses on. Yeah, it seems awful, really, that us British people don't really do reading Chinese. Switch on and off. That's the first bit of instruction. Press and hold the camera button for 3 seconds to switch on and off. Wireless pairing. Right, I see. No pairing. Oh gosh, I tell you what, you can tell this is done with some strange kind of translator. Look at that there. How to replace the battery? No. How to replace? How to replace the battery? Open the left button to replace the battery. Hang on, I thought it was a rechargeable thingy. Yeah, isn't it? All right, there is the grippy thing. Will that even be... Oh gosh. No, that's not good. Oh, hang on. Does it expand a bit further? They're not going to... Maybe it's got to be plugged in first, I don't know. But that particular gap there isn't really big enough for the device to go in. So this must move out. I'm going to have to do something regarding reading the instructions, I think. Otherwise, I'm just going to get this completely wrong, because that doesn't go in there. Oh, hang on. After installing the phone, right, okay, well that puts things into perspective. It tells you how to put the phone in with a picture, but I'm telling you how to install. After installing the phone, press and hold the power button. Nope, no, I'm not getting that at all. Oh, hang on. Well, there's the power button. Oh, right, yeah, I can see it working. I can see it working. The only thing is, I don't want it to work like that. I want it to work in that other way. Aha! I'm getting somewhere by the looks of it. Yes. Oh, somebody messaging about my 420 GSI Tourer. I wonder what they'll be asking. So let's try out this gimbal. Yeah. Can we do it? Yeah, it works. It works as you would expect it to. But does it make? No. I don't know how much use of this I will get. If nothing else, at least it's a tripod. Seems to have quite a good firm hold of the phone as well, which is good. And what's particularly good about that is that what I usually find if I'm using the tripod, then I take the phone back off the tripod and I'm sticking it in my pocket. What I really want to do, this is actually reasonably sturdy. I mean, it could actually blow over quite easily. Is just to be able to put it down. But now there's the problem. It's okay with this phone, but this weighs half the amount of that one. So could end up with some problems after all. We'll see. Somebody wants to swap it for a Datsun. No, a Nissan. Right, anyway, that's kind of besides the point. Let's put this aside now, shall we? Let's put that there. Yeah, so my concern is going to be, will that indeed be strong enough to work with the heavy foam? It is quite top heavy. Remains to be seen. I'm not finished either. There are some other items. Well, I say some, and I do mean some. And I did open this up because I couldn't remember what it was. This. What do you reckon this might be? Well, I can tell you, it is robot spaghetti. I've got the urge to sniff this to see whether it... nope, doesn't smell of anything. It's welding wire. They serve welding rods that are much, much smaller than I was expecting, which is a good idea, for roddy welding. What do they call it? Stick welding, that's it. which is something I've never tried, never got the hang of, and I don't have the rest of the equipment to do it with, so I don't know exactly why I bought them. I must have been thinking something, but I don't know what it was. Anyway, that's item number 3, and then item number 4, which is rather exciting indeed. A rather squashed box. A sports cam. That, in this box, it does look like it's just going to be a bit cheap and nasty, really. And this is where a decent review of this will come in handy, because obviously it's like a GoPro, but not called a GoPro. And here it is, a proper tough little camera. But how tough will it be? I don't know. When am I going to put it into some use? Ideally, depending on what kind of fittings we have here, and there is a bag full of them, I'd like to bung it on the outside of the car and do one of those kind of more professional looking videos that has all that kind of thing. But guess what? It doesn't have a suction cup. No. That's a pity. Oh dear. Oh, hang on. What's this? There's a variety of different bits, but no suction cup. That's the thing I wanted as well. Velcro. So I guess you could strap it to your wrist or something. There's going to be another one of those where I'm going to have to spend a bit of time just messing about with it to find out how you... Oh, I've switched it on already. Oh, it has a screen. Oh, brilliant. Right. Okay. What kind of quality are we going to be getting out of this, though? Because it doesn't look like it's that good. And it's wireless as well, which means that I should be able to just transfer from this to that. And there's bound to be on here settings for quality, because let's face it, nobody wants to watch a video in 720 anymore, do they? It's got to be a lot better than that. It's got to be decent quality. Otherwise, you're all going to switch off. I can't read that. No, I can't tell what it says on there. I'll have to read the instructions. Another instruction reading episode ahead. Oh. Well, let's come back to this one another time. So, I've got the camera. I've got some Velcro strips. Oh, I know, because this could be one that straps around your head, I guess, which might be quite a good way of doing it. Yes, it would. It would be a very good way of doing things. And some other various bits of things in there. That looks like it's one for the windscreen. It's just a pity it doesn't have one with a suction cup. That's what I would have wanted. Why didn't I find this out in the first place? Well, they're nice, simple instructions anyway. There'll be a way around it. There'll be a way around doing with this what I want from it. And there we go. That is my rather curious video for the day. First time using this microphone. First time doing something like this. If there's anybody still watching, do give it a thumbs up. Thank you. Bye-bye.